Hi, I'm Elaine Brewster. Welcome to Aspects of Energy, a forum where we talk about ways we can raise our energy. Now, you probably know that I'm a wellness advocate because you know that I work with health, natural health products through the preventive Japanese company Nikken. And also I wrote this book, Scott's Choice, about my husband's alternative cancer journey and how that journey can help us to have smoother life journeys. What you probably don't know is that I used to give recitals all the time in the most beautiful old halls in Salt Lake City, that my friend and I were the very first Guinevere's in Camelot in Utah, the musical, and also that I won the Metropolitan Opera auditions when I was 21, the youngest age winner that we've ever had in Utah. Now, I love singing and I've taught singing for many, many years. And I know that a lot of you out there sing. Some of you sing in choirs. Some of you sang with your families in quartets or quintets. Some of you sing in your cars. Oh yes, I've heard you. And some of you sing in showers. So what you may not know is when you're singing, all the good things that can happen. So I'm going to tell you 4 of those physical things today. Okay, the first one is a full breath. They call it diaphragmatic or abdominal breathing, but I just like to call it nighttime breathing because it's what we do every single night. We just fall asleep and breathe. It's autonomic, is that what it's called? Automatic, and we wake up and we're fine in the morning. So when the abdominal muscles go out, air comes in. When the muscles go in, air goes out. Now you have 3 lobe areas in your lungs. You've got these little high triangular ones up here. There's not a lobe in the left to make room for the heart. And then the biggest ones are clear down and they actually go below your waist. The lungs are a huge organ because we desperately need oxygen to be brought into the body so that it can go through the whole bloodstream. Now, take your hands and go up to the top here. Find that clavicle, that bone, and now find that hollow place just underneath it. All right, now with me, breathe high and fast. Do it again and see what your fingers sense. What did you notice? Did you notice that it hardened up? That's that little triangular air lung lobe up there that's filling with air. And the problem is a lot of people get used to using that and pretty much only that. It's what I call the, oh, say, can you sing? Because there's a lot of little kids and they go like this. Oh, say, can you sing? And by then they're out of breath. So what do? They do it all over again. And people get used to breathing that way. There was a Harvard medical study of a few men who had had heart attacks. And they wanted to see how those men were breathing. Guess how many of them were breathing this high, shallow way? If you're guessing 100%, you're right. Now, I'm not saying that breathing deeply is going to keep us away from heart attacks, but if 100% of men who had heart attacks breathed high and shallow, well, I want to go the opposite direction. So getting a full deep breath, that's why singing is good for your body. Number 2, calmness. Now, you know, a pendulum swings and swings, but it turns out it swings and pauses, swings and pauses. When you're on a swing outside, it swings and pauses. It arcs and pauses. It doesn't just go back and forth. And when you're breathing, that nighttime breathing at night or when you're relaxed, now this is easier to tell when you're lying down. It's a little harder when you're sitting or standing, but your abdominal muscles go out and they pause at a certain place and then they go down. And that is your 100%. Yeah, you can distend the abdominal muscles beyond that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about what is natural. And in meditative practices, they say that at that pausing place, that's called the moment of choice. or the moment of decision. And they say that in that moment, you can make choices that are different from what you've done before. You can choose to become someone else. You can choose to change your world. And it all starts with breathing. Everything I've learned in yoga or any other classes, I've already done in singing. And so singing brings a calmness, a mindfulness, being in the present. By allowing your breathing to be slower and lower, you're calmer. And that's why singing is good for you. Number 3, posture. So I want you to do all something that we do in Taichi. It's called earth and sky. One hand will be down like this and the other will be up. Just right there at your desk or your couch. Stretch down and up and then go the other way. Earth and sky. Earth and sky. This lady, Olivia Dewhurst-Maddock, I quote her in my book about my husband. She says it this way: your neck and head should be extended and free. You're not doing anything. You're just allowing a lift. Maintain this position for a minute or so. Enjoy the extension of your spine, the extra breathing space, and the feeling of poise, a happy equilibrium between calm and alertness. You are linked to earth and rising to the sun like a well-rooted tree. So we want to lift and just allow it to happen so that we have more air in this air box when we sing. So, slouching is definitely not as what is going to help our singing. And hello, it won't help our health either. Interestingly, while we're lifting and again, just allowing it to happen, the vertebrae in the back are separating and the rib cage, the bones in there are separating. And so by singing, we may very well eliminate some hurt that has been constant with us. 3 weeks ago, we had Julia Caulder on our program, and she was teaching the Alexander Method of Relaxation. You can look up Alexander Relaxation and my name, Elaine Brewster, or her name, Julia Caulder, Caulder, or Alexander and Aspects of Energy, and it will pull up on YouTube, and you can watch that program. It's interesting that people who consistently do the Alexander method, they actually can grow a ½ inch, even people who are in their 60s, because they're separating their vertebrae. So having better posture for singing helps your body to align. And that's one reason why singing is good for you. All right, lastly, and you know that I love talking about this, is smiling. A singer always lifts their cheek muscles. I saw American-Italian famous singer Luisa Franceschi, and she said this: singers smile when they're happy, and they smile when they're sad. Yes, she was very dramatic. But the point is this area called the zygomatic arch, it's always lifted. Now, you know that it takes 17 muscles to smile and 43 to frown. So simply by smiling, you're expending less energy. And I did hear someone a long time ago say, the face you have at 50, you deserve. And so by smiling, you are leaving yourself and those around you a better legacy too. And not only that, okay, but bonus, you can wiggle your ears. All right, now see if you can see this. Oh gosh, look straight at it. Can you see? See those cheek muscles, the zygomatic arch, it's connected to your ears. And so you become a funner great aunt or mother or grandmother by being able to wiggle your ears. So now you know 4 ways the singing is good for your physical body: breathing deeply, being calm, having better alignment, and smiling. Okay, 5, and wiggling your ears too. After today, I hope you'll spend more time singing. And sometimes that singing may just start with a smile in your soul, not even looking at the other person, not even being with them, but sending out love to someone else. And that will raise their energy, and it will raise yours too. So keep singing and smiling, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.